All right, but we haven't popped anything yet. You kind of see my thought process. I'm thinking buy, I'm thinking sell. Really give it a few minutes to kind of go ahead and give that break. And if you're watching this, question that I get all the time is, what indicators are we using? All right, you see this orange line here, that's going to be our 9. All right, we have 450 and 200. We usually set, okay, where we're looking to sell, where we're looking to buy. We're going to go ahead and make a few organic adjustments because this is a new session. We're going to move this TP2 down to the 25 slot. Of course, double check your numbers. They're probably really different, but really pay attention to the structure here. And then we're going to move this down to the 41 simply because we're anticipating, there it goes now, we're anticipating the drop of the market. All right, and that was just us having that mindset. And what really changed my mind in terms of us being able to spot the sell, look at this. All right, you're having multiple wicks towards the top. You have an extension tap and touch at the 200 moving average. All right, and then you have this bearish candle that's been able to break and close and fully kind of complete, at least the body of it, start to move down. All right, and so obviously right now I'm kind of just talking to you all. For those folks that are new, we usually do drop CPs, we do drop entries, etc. But today, is a makeup session. I really want to focus on the education and how specifically we can go ahead and move forward through this process. All right, we want to make sure that specifically we can be in a good position where everyone can catch the play. Now look at this. This is not a coincidence. We have the 1 minute 200 moving average. It bounced right off of this and got right back in the range, kind of scared. All right, and this is why it's so important to look at all time frames. So imagine if you were holding the sell. It's not to say that it won't come back, but man, this is a really nice buy move right off this break. It touches once, it touches twice, and it's gone. We see this happen here in this action. All right, we see this happen here multiple times. There will be a pullback. There will be a rejection. Like I mentioned, if you were selling and you just got nervous, definitely feel free to pull because you're going to see that up and down zigzag. Our job is to be able to, 1, catch the profits quickly, all right, or 2, be able to catch the move for the long term. Remember I said I like to sell. And then look what just happened. Y'all got to peep this. It came right back where? It came right back to the sell entry. We catch it on the way down. Not the tap, but the way down. So it came up, tried to flirt with the buy, no break and close, and calmly came right back to TP1. This is a win in my book. This is a win because we did it first. All right, 3 minutes ago, we did it the first time. And then a minute and a half ago, we did it again. It came up and then melted right back down. Cool. So if you're in the sell and you've been able to kind of catch this first move, definitely drop some blue screens in the chat. I understand the market is zigzagging today, but this is the perfect day for us to learn. It's the perfect day for us to kind of implement these strategies. Let's go a little bit more into the details and what we're looking at. We'll zoom out on a 5-minute level. All right, we'll take off the non-moving average for just a quick second. We have the 4 and the 50, the red and the blue. All right, you can see this here. MA cross 450. And now, statistically and fundamentally, the way we look at this is, hey, when we have that cross up, we buy. We have that cross down, we sell. We have that cross down on the 5 minutes. All right, and we are sitting in a position where the market is going ahead and extending down. All right, so we're just waiting. We're being patient. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, and so again, it's kind of sitting flat right here, this TP1. This also looks like another great buy opportunity. We've seen it hit this TP1 level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it shot right up. So let's see. All right, again, we're looking for a full break and close here for us to commit to that long-term buy. If you got it at the bottom, that's calm. But you're seeing this is the zigzag yo-yo effect. We're going to throw some orange lines here just to signify the breakout market moves, right? We're going to go ahead and just throw some orange lines here. Say, hey, look, wherever this market breaks and closes, and we got the first one there at the buy, let's see if it continues. But wherever we get this break and close in between these two orange levels is the direction more than likely the market's going to be headed. We have a tap there at the buy level. All right, it's headed towards TP1. It hasn't fully closed yet. However, it's pretty close. So we're keeping an eye on that, right? And you see the market again kind of flirting at that line. We want to see the full candle. This is so important. We want to see the full candlestick be able to commit. All right, a lot of times it's kind of cheating, but there is an opportunity to make money, so I get it. When the market's just touching it, we have that continuation, that step up candle. It's very easy to try to jump in. And you may have made some quick bread. It's still very well on its way to TP1. The danger of waiting is that we miss money. All right, the danger of waiting is that, hey, there's going to be times we don't catch every single thing. All right, and that's natural and that's okay. So I'm looking in the next 5 seconds to see, hey, if we continue above this point, we're good. If not, it's a strong possibility that the market will literally just continue to zigzag. And these orange lines are where they're going. The top here is great selling opportunities or the ceiling. All right, and the bottom is looking like great buying opportunities or the floor. And so once we understand that, it's easy for us to get in and take our money. Imagine if we kind of did this 3-4 times. You probably would have made 3-4 times the money, because it's some decent points here. It's about 20 to 40 points on the way down and up in these moves. Let's say collectively you catch, 10 points, right? You catch 15. That's not bad. So we're just waiting. Again, my original bias was that long-term sell-off. That's personally what I was looking for. You see this on the hour. It's kind of difficult here with this 4 moving average kind of sitting in place. But when we look at the 4 hour, we had a lot of possibility for the drops, for the extension, and pushing this thing down. So long-term, I'm still thinking sell. Obviously, it's nothing that we can do right now. It's just simply in consolidation. And wherever it breaks out, if we can get above this orange line here, this is going to be the new ceiling. All right, that's why we have our TP1 here. But if it continues to drop and if it can break through the floor, that's where our next setup is going to be. So overall, still a win, especially in terms of these sells at the bottom. What I really want to showcase to you guys is the patience. Wait 2-3 minutes. A lot of people get nervous in 30 seconds, and then you easily see another 15, 22, 25 point drop. All right. I'm the person that caught the buy, and it's the buy at the bottom and the sell at the top. Great job, Says. I know that. We got another question. Can we still sell? So it's all about where you're selling. So remember, we have our orange lines. These are going to be great opportunities for you to sell. So we had a couple of moments. I can't tell you exactly when to get in. I'm going to give you the coordinates, but you got to be the one to pull that trigger. My advice is to sell as high as possible, as cliche as that sounds. But we have our red line here, and then we have our orange ceiling at the top. You're selling anywhere up here, you're good to go. Obviously, the example has already been made. Now, let's get the next play. The next play here, we're setting up for another buy. All right, it comes down and touches this 200 moving average, which is where it's at right now. This is not a bad time to buy. All right, with a 5 to 10 point SL. Okay, once it comes back through this level, you're on your way. Now, if it stays, right, if it breaks and closes underneath this orange line, you're done. All right, so if you want to be careful, you want to wait. Obviously, you see it pushing through with a lot of aggression. You want to wait until this market comes back through. All right, well, we can get in now if you want to risk it, but if you want to be super safe, you get in on this cross on the way back up, and then you literally take it back up for 5 to 10 points with ease. Right, take it up for 5 to 10 points with ease. Set yourself in the middle play, because this is happening time and time again. Look at this. Literally, I'm going ahead and trying to go ahead and commit and break towards this level. But you see here, you got to be understanding at some point the market is going to take off. Our orange line is where we set the boundary. All right, but there's another boundary at this 200 moving average. We finally have a candle. If you guys look, it fully got underneath, but it's not there for long. So you see there's a level, there's an interest, there's an ability for the market to come back. Like I mentioned, these are not bad buys right here. As long as you're willing to close if the market drops, but you have a lot of upside, as we've seen consistently. All right, the market has not shot one way. It literally did this up here, and then it came back in 3 to 4 minutes. So we'll see where this ends up in 3 to 4 minutes. If we get a break and close below orange, forget about it. Sellers are taking over. And remember, after the third, fourth, fifth time of it happening, there is eventually going to be a breakout. All right, which we're finally seeing now. Let's go ahead and zoom out so we can see a little bit more. All the sellers in the house, congrats. Again, if you're still looking to buy, it's okay. Long term until it comes through here. Excuse me, it's not okay. You have to wait until it comes through the blue line. Anything else, the commitment has already been made on the sell. Apologies. All right. And again, the reason why we have these parameters is to prevent us from getting in the trade too early. Like I said, it's not too late. You see this thing pushing right back up towards the top. We'll see what that looks like for us. However, we do have multiple crosses towards the bottom. We have the 4 and the 200 that's crossed under. I would not be just randomly popping the buys. I would really want you guys to kind of wait until this level comes back through, because if not, you know, the market's going to continue to sell off. It could be a quick fake out and the market jetting back in the opposite direction. All right. Fortunately for us, you do see it coming back through here, very close to our original entry point, depending on how these next few minutes go. But us having that discipline, even you kind of waiting to the lowest point, and sheesh, there it goes. I love that. All right. That's what separates us. Right? That's what separates us. You want to see this candlestick break and close above the 200 moving average, start to commit above our entry point. All right, it gave you 5 seconds at an opportunity to kind of shake back. That's a great sign. Obviously, we want to see in the next 5 minutes where this ends up. So another 3 minutes on this candle, it easily could end up at a midway point. Once we get the break and close here, I wouldn't be surprised to take it up. 10 points, 12 points, 15 points. We're absolutely correct. The danger zone is if you get in too early. You get in too early, now we got to wait. It's only 2 minutes of waiting, but the points can be heavy. I understand everyone's working with different leverage, different account size. But you gotta see how I'm walking it through. I can't predict the market. We're gonna give the parameters, and once we see what's going on, that's when we set it. Okay, we got our orange lines, our ceiling and our floor. Remember what we mentioned about what 10 to 15 points, what I called out, 47. It's already pushed its way almost to 60, 61. That's a 12 pointer right there, just off this level. If you got it earlier, shout out to you. You got a lot of strength. You held it true, right? But these are for my folks that are just like, yo, let's keep it simple. Look at this, man. An easy 10 to 20 pointer. Let's work. If anybody caught the buy, especially if you waited, amazing. If you got it early, you feel like you got stuck and you just waited it out, amazing as well. I'm proud of you. All right, great discipline. All right, great discipline. All right, I hope you were able to get in. I can't always walk you through exactly when to buy, but I'm gonna lay it out on the screen. Right, I'm gonna lay it out on the screen. It's kind of like sports. I can teach you how to throw. I'm gonna teach you the mechanics, but when you're in the game, you got to throw it, right? You got to see the receiver open, you know, you got to throw it. So if you're not at that point yet, it's okay. It's a part of the process, right? On these sessions, I do lay it out. You know, I kind of do, you know, want to walk people through it. A lot of times I'm in these trades myself. The best entry point today, which we called out, was right here at this blue line. Taking it from here to there. Remember what we said, we're getting in on the way up. So if you got in on the way up, it's cash money. Everybody's numbers are different, so forget the numbers. Look at the structure. 1 minute, 200 moving average, you get in slightly above it, and that's a quick 20-second play. And you see we got to take our money. We mentioned anywhere from 10 to 20 points, and it came right back down. There's a lot of lessons to be learned here, man. So if you guys made bread today or you feel like you learned something, definitely let me know. There was a lot of lessons to be learned. We caught a lot of moves. There was an up and down sequence. All right, there was many different kind of things that were popping off on this level. And even if you're still holding it, which I don't recommend, you're back in the profit depending on where you got in. My biggest thing is to kind of get out as soon as possible, or at least get that SL in the profit. Because I'm a fan of, imagine if you popped here, oh my gosh, you closed and then you got back in. Oh my goodness, you even got back in here, which is extremely conservative, extremely safe. You would have lost no money, zero drawdown. All right, just by having those parameters. Y'all seeing what I'm saying? By kind of setting the tone, setting the parameters. All right, originally we wanted to drop. You know, we got a little bit, right? It came down. But right now the market is indecisive. It's going up and down. So it's our job to be in position to catch an array of all of these different moves. All right, great job today, man. Clap it up if you made some money. Like I mentioned before, we are going to be dropping a lot of these clips on the YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do me a big favor and dropping a link in here. Go ahead and subscribe. We got the shorts. We got a lot of these clips being posted. If you don't have access to our community, hit me up on the side. But yo, great session today. Shout out to everyone that traded yesterday. We had a little bit of malfunction. I love that. Whether I show up or not, I'm going to show up, but we got to be responsible. So we want to use these skills here to be able to develop and trade on your own. I'm just a background voice. This is just a class, but you want to be able to hit the weights without the trainer, hit the weights without the coach, without the community. That way you're still getting stronger regardless. All right, so great session today, man. Much love. We up out of here, baby. Let's do it.